Hello and welcome. Welcome to our ultimate guide of parenting teens with eating disorders. I'm so glad that you decided to join me because in this webinar, short, maybe half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, you will have steps how to parents with ease or easier your kids that suffer from eating disorders. So let me share my screen and then I will continue. Here we are. So we are an ultimate guide to parenting teens with eating disorder. And you will learn how to stay calm, connect better, and communicate better with your teen during their journey to recovery. What I'm going to tell you is, first of all, why should you listen to me? I was there. I am a mother of teens that recover from eating disorder. And I do remember the journey. I do remember the questions. I remember the pain, the fear, the absolutely feeling of being lost and not knowing where to turn, what to do, and even what questions to ask. And definitely there were no people that I could ask questions. Nobody was really ready to interact with me and to let me in as a parent. So yes, I know where you are right now. And I am already over it. I'm on the other side. And I can tell you there is the out. The out to life like it was before, to the family being together, to joy, to first moments and then days and then years of not being worried and just breathing easily and living your life the way you imagined before. So yes, there is the light at the end of the tunnel. If you are ready to listen to the experience, to think that I learned, please stay, because the journey can be easy or easier if you know what to do and how to behave. So let me tell you a short story about our journey. One day I found, that was actually Tuesday, I really remember it. I found myself driving my daughter downtown Toronto. We live in Canada. And it wasn't for the beautiful outing. It wasn't for the show. We're going to see kids to check what's wrong with her. An hour later, we're in front of the intake nurse, and I was handed the papers, and she said, okay, sign here. I said, what am I signing? Like, she's staying with us. I said, excuse me? Yeah, she's not stable. She needs to stay here. I looked at my daughter, and she was crying. Said, Mom, don't leave me here. I will do whatever you want, anything that you want. Please, please, please take me home. I will eat. I will do anything. I looked at the nurse and said, you know what? I will take her home today. I hope that everything will work well. She said. Okay, that's what you need to sign. She gave me the different form. On this form was written that it is my responsibility. My daughter can collapse, can have heart attack, or even die. And it will be on my responsibility because they didn't want to release her. You're guessing what I did? I signed the papers. I signed the papers. I so wanted to believe that she will succeed, that she will really try harder. We were very lucky. She did not collapse. Nothing tragic happened. However, she did not succeed to keep her word. She did not succeed to eat. So 2 days later, we were back in the hospital, and I left her there. I signed the papers, and she stayed in the hospital. She was 14 years old. I had no idea what to do. I was walking the halls and thinking, what now? What is my role? What about me? How would I know what's going on? How can I help? I saw a young doctor that was there this day and stopped her for a moment and asked, so what now? What will happen? And she looked at me, smiled and said, your daughter is a fighter. It will be okay. I grabbed the words and ran with them for long 5 years. Yes, my daughter's recovery took 5 years, but she recovered. Today, she's happy mom of 2 beautiful kids. And there is no, except for probably my memory, her memory as well, there is no any visual signs of anorexia and of the sickness that took 5 years of her life. At the beginning, I was really, really scared. Not only what will happen, but I was thinking, she will lose time, she's in the hospital, and how will we deal with it? And then what dawned on me, it is that we live now around 90, maybe 100 years. I exaggerated. So if 1 or 2 years are lost along the way, there's still plenty of time to live happily ever after. So that's our short story. And through this time, I learned how to stay calm, connect better with them, and communicate with her, and help her and support her on her way. So let's see how it is done. So what I discovered about parenting during my daughter journey to recovery was to observe what's going on, learn what I can do, execute what I learned, and if it didn't work, adjust. And that was the cycle that we went as a family through 5 long years. So in order to start the journey, the first thing that we need to do, and you as well, is to accept what is. Accept that your kid is suffering. Accept that there is nothing that you can do except supporting him or her. You do probably remember the prayer, the serenity prayer. Let me accept what is, what I can't change, the courage to change what I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So accept what is and what's happening with your kid. The reason to accept is not to feel powerless. The reason to accept is letting go energy that we use in fighting the reality, so we can really have everything that we have. All our energy, all our concentration will go toward our kids. The other thing that we need to do is letting go of guilt. The thought, what did I do? How could I, that this must be something that I did wrong. How could I not know what's going on? What was I thinking? Maybe I was too harsh. Maybe I was too lenient. Maybe I didn't pay attention. I'm such a bad parent. All the thoughts exist in our heads. At least they existed in my head. And once more, they were stealing the energy that had to go into supporting my child. And they are stealing your energy if that's what you still think. One more thing about guilt. The eating disorder is serious mental illness. We are not able to bring it or to make our child sick. We are not guilty of this. Yes, there are a lot of factors that are contributing, and family life is one of them. But we are not as powerful to bring the sickness on them. The third thing that belongs to the same group that sucks our energy is let go of why. Why did it happen? What was the reason? Was it society, her friends, TV? Maybe I let her to see too many movies. Maybe I allow him to play too many games. Whatever the why is, walking inside and running our mind is not helping us. Once more, like the two other steps, it is sucking our energy and directing our energy in where it's not helpful for us. Directed it away from our child and from what's going on right now. So that's the third thing that we need to let to go. Accept what is, let go of guilt, and let go of why. These thoughts are not helpful. They are just keeping us in the victim mode and allow us to feel helpless. We need to let them go. The really important thing is to have compassion for your kids. I know we are angry. We are asking, why is it happened? We still ask. And we think, just eat, just do, just change. What is so difficult? It is extremely difficult. Compassion, in this case, will be not only to understand that they are suffering, that they did not bring the eating disorder on themselves. They are not happy with what's happening. They just can't help it. It's the same way as we can help when we have problem with our kidneys, with our stomach, always have broken health. It is happening to them. And we need to understand that they are suffering and give them all the support that we can. And being compassionate is not only understanding, it's as well feeling that we want to help. And whenever we are angry or discouraged, when we think compassionate thought, when we connect with their feelings, their discomfort, their pain, we can put away the anger and really connect with them, really feel for them, be gentle with our actions, be gentle with our words, and be really welcoming and loving with our body language. They so need it. They really, really are suffering. One more step that we quite often forget along the way is developing self-compassion. What is self-compassion? The same compassion that we have towards our kids, we need to direct towards ourselves, to understand that we suffer, and yes, we are angry, and be gentle in our thoughts towards ourselves. I'm so angry, it was so stupid. And yes, you have the right to be angry. And I'm so sorry that you are suffering. I'm so sorry that's so difficult to you. They are the words to your kids when we feel compassion to them, and they are the words to ourselves when we feel compassion for ourselves. Just being gentle, saying, you are so stupid, how could you do it? Are not going to do it to help us. Saying, wow, that was a mistake. Oh, wow, this therapist or this doctor is really, really not helpful. It is so difficult. They put me in such a difficult situation. And yes, it is painful. I'm suffering right now. And here comes the physical compassion for your kids and for yourself. If your kids allow you to hug them, go and do it. If they allow you to kiss or to touch, do it. And do the same for yourself. Hug yourself hard and say, oh, I will survive. That's okay. I can make it. Give yourself a pat on the face and say, you are doing well. You are doing well. You can survive it. It's okay. I feel for you. The same words that you are using to your kids, the same patience, the same love, show yourself. It is absolutely necessary because you are suffering as well as they are suffering. Next step is to stay calm and act instead of reacting. And we can stay calm actually only if you have self-compassion and if we have compassion for our kids. We can stay calm if we realize that they are not doing it to us and they are not doing it to themselves. That they have no choice, they can't help their behaviors. Then we can feel compassion and then we can stay calm. Not reacting in anger, not reacting in despair, not throwing your hands up and saying, I can't stand it. You can say it when you are alone, not when you are with your kids, not when he's watching and looking and you are their North Star. You are their guiding road. When you are calm, when you are loving, they can relax. Their stress will go down and they will be able to connect with you, to allow you to connect with them, to allow you loving them. So yes, you need to stay calm, and staying calm can be practiced by developing and practicing compassion towards your team and towards yourself. The next step, the seventh step, is love unconditionally. It is difficult. It is really difficult when there's chaos and fear and pain, and there is nowhere to take the energy from. And still, when your kids are their worst behavior, you have to love them more. You have to love them unconditionally. You have to show your love. It's, of course, I love you. That's way not enough. They need to see it. They need to feel it if they allow you. And they need to feel and know, not logically, but emotionally, that you are there always for them. Doesn't matter how much they push you away. Doesn't matter how bad they treat you. Doesn't matter what type of words they are throwing on you. You are always there for them. You are not going anywhere. You are not going to leave them with their sickness. You are going to fight with them, to fight on their side, so the sickness will be pushed away. And it is really, really important to show them the love. You are angry, of course. You are scared, of course. You want to scream, of course. Do it not in their presence. And yes, you are angry with them sometimes, and that's okay. Not when they are present. Go away, throw something, shout when they are not there. They need to know that you are their supporter always. Doesn't matter what's happening. They need to know that you are there with them on the same side to push away the sickness that is really changing their behavior. They are suffering. They don't want to push you away. They see what they are doing, and there are times that they can't change it. When you are successful in calming yourself down, calming them down, and showing your love, they can really relax. They will be able to say, I'm so sorry, Mom, I didn't know, but I can't, I don't know what to do. They will be ready to believe you when you say, you need to eat, you need to stop exercising, I will sleep in your room. All these things, it is for you. I know what is good for you. They need to believe and trust that you have their best, that you have their best well-being in heart. They know it logically, but they need to experience it day after day, hour after hour, so they can stand a little bit straighter, a little bit stronger, and push their sickness away. So loving unconditionally when they behave terribly, when they throw the words at you that you never expected to hear from them, and you still love them. Doesn't mean that you don't set boundaries, doesn't mean that you allow everything, but you do show them love all the time. Prepare topic for conversation. I don't know if it's strange that it is here, because before it was about love, understanding, behavior, body language. Now it is about you taking time and thinking, what can we talk about? When I discovered it is when I was driving my daughter to outpatient program, and it took 45 minutes twice a day to drive her there, leave her, and then bring her in the evening. And I found out that if I just go into the car and start talking, there was not much that she wanted to talk about. And there were not many subjects that didn't promote explosion of nerves. I don't want to talk about it, or shut up, that's enough, leave me alone, I'm getting out. So I was looking, how can we make this drive the time as time to connect? And I decided to look for the subject that can interest. Easy subject, not difficult one. Animals that she likes, something that I saw on TV, the swimming that she loved so much, different things that she can look forward when she recovered, but not a serious one, that she didn't do anything, just beautiful memories, memories of our vacation, memories of interaction with her brothers, jokes, stories, whatever came to my mind that can make our conversation easy and fun. So she was prepared for her day in good mood. She started her day, her program, every day in good mood. That was my responsibility. That's what I took at it. And I can tell you that it made huge difference. And the same coming back. So she came home, and even if there was dinner to eat or midnight snack or whatever it was, or interaction, everything started with peaceful energy, because we succeeded to connect during the drive. Since I was touching the family, there's something really important that I did not put in my points. What do you do, and how do you prepare your other kids, your family, for what's going on? And I will raise it the other time. I will tell you the story the other time, but it is so important to know that what you are feeling, your fear, your pain, your discomfort, the way that you feeling lost, the same your partner is feeling, and the same the siblings of the sick kids are feeling. I have 2 boys, and Naomi is the oldest daughter. Did I pay enough attention to them when she was sick? At the beginning, for sure, no. It took me time to realize that they see what's going on, and I left them with their fears. I and my husband, we left them with their fears. We left them with not explaining enough, not knowing what's going on. They found their ways, but it was not healthy and not good. So my request for you is to pay attention to other kids. Yes, you are lost. Yes, you are so concentrated on keeping your kid alive, and still you need to give more. I will explain a little bit at the end what can we do with it. And the last step here is being persistent. There is no time for you. You can rest, of course, but you can't let go. You can let go because It is your child life. And as much as the doctors sometimes and the medical community doesn't let us in, it is absolutely clear that we as parents are essential into our kids' recovery. We have to be there for them. Our behavior, what we give, is so incredibly important. It's what guides them, it's what gives them hope. It was really what allowed to them to fight whatever they are suffering from. It allows them to gain strength. They borrow our strength, our conviction that, yes, it will be good. Yeah, it is difficult now and it takes time, but you will recover. So you can stop. You can stop caring. You can stop continuing giving and giving and giving. Doesn't matter how long it takes. And one more thing that you have to do is to have hope. All the time be hopeful. You know that it will pass. You know, you can envision the future when everything is light, when food is not the main subject on everybody's minds, even if we don't talk about it. It is the hope and the knowledge that, yeah, you will push your kids through it, need to sustain you all the time. It is one more thing that I would like to add. You see how many things you need to go to do. You see how much rests on your shoulders or weights on your shoulders in order to go through the process, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, in order to follow and push and pull and support your child on his or her way to recovery. You need to be strong. You need to have support as well. You need to have shoulders to cry. You need to have arms that push you when you need to go. And you need to have arms and community that will hug you and support you when you feel weak. Doing it by yourself is not a good option. You need to place to ask questions. You need to benefit from wisdom of other parents. So it is really, really important that you take time for yourself to learn, to be, and to allow others to support you. So letting yourself be supported is not indulgence, that's a necessity. I really want to stress, wherever you go, whatever you decide to do, find a group of people that can support you and that can understand what you are going through. Because it's really, really difficult to be with people that ask questions, that are not ready to understand. They can't. When somebody is not going through this, they can't understand how difficult it is to continue. They quite often other people ask, why can you make them eat? Like, what? Why do you allow them to talk to you like this? And what about the other siblings? What? Can't you do something? Actually, you can be there for your child. You have to be. Can you do something? Support them, yes. Are you responsible for their recovery? No. However, by supporting them, they can gain and take your strength and fight their fight with whatever they are suffering from, fight their fight with eating disorder. So they were the steps that we as parents need to take to support our kids and to help them recover by developing communication, by being calm, by being compassionate. We are helping them to grow stronger and to believe. By believing in them, we are helping them to believe that they can succeed with us, with our support, and with our help, they can succeed fighting the eating disorder. If you have any questions, please contact me. My name is Aneta Chęciński. I am a registered psychotherapist. Oh, I didn't say it. In addition to being a mom of teens that had anorexia, and that we worked for 5 years until she recovered. And now, as I said, she's doing wonderfully. I'm as well psychotherapist and parenting coach. And I work for many years now with parents of kids with eating disorders, supporting them, helping them, mostly in group settings and quite often one-on-one if they require, supporting them to develop the compassion they need, to recover the strength when they feel tired, and to helping them to keep hope and be persistent. You can contact me, as you can see, at the phone number. There's the YouTube channel that my short and longer talks will be hosted and are hosted. You can go on the website and check me, and you can always send me an email. I do provide 20 minutes complimentary session if you have any questions, so feel free to support. Oh, let me stop share. So feel free to call me whenever you need, whenever you have questions, and I will do my best to answer and to help you, and maybe even to guide you to find your way. So you will have enough strength and you will be successful in helping your child recover. I was using word child, a teenager, adolescents. The behavior is not always the same, but our support is always needed. Compassion is always needed. The steps that I was talking about are really important. Doesn't matter what's the age of our kids. So good luck, and I hope to hear from you and share more beautiful and successful stories. All the best, and see you on my YouTube channel. Bye.